And imagine now, what do they want me to do? You know, what do they want me to do? A kid is crossing here. What should I do? Chairman. Doesn't know how I answered. I told them my wife is white. So maybe that can make them comfortable. That my family is not here. But I keep telling myself that one day they will show up. If it's not even the mother of my son one day will knock that gate. I want when he knocks, when he steps in, he says, I'm not going anywhere. Me, I'm staying. Because he will get, dad has prepared a nice space for him. He will.
Welcome back to the channel. This is Maxwell Lumumba Africa, and today we are going to discuss about Lynn Ngugi's interview with Marwa was too biased. Here's what was never asked. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. I also have another YouTube channel that goes by the name Vibe with Lumumba. Let us go and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Let us make it to 1,000 subscribers. The last time I was checking, it was 954 subscribers. 46 subscribers to go, then we reach the 1,000 subscribers. Have seen a lot of people asking me about the progress of my grandmother. Let me say this, after what happened, you know, there is a lot of tense, there is a lot of shock. So that is what she's undergoing right now. But the only thing that I can say, prayers to her, and that is it. So back to business. In the interview between Senso and Lynn Ngugi was one of the most biased interview I have ever watched. In my opinion, before you interview someone, you should go through a thorough research about that individual. That interview lacked the tough follow-up questions many viewers would have expected. I've seen. This makes me to rule out that Lynn Ngugi, she is a journalist. Why? Because when you go to interview someone, you should ask questions all the way around. We have seen a lot of interviews, politicians being done some interviews, and you inject, you negotiate, you intercept, and at the end result, the interview goes successful. But what did we see? Lynn Ngugi was very biased. She was only focused on what is happening and the positivity of Senso.
And imagine now, what do they want me to do? You know, what do they want me to do? A kid is crossing here. What should I do? Chairman. Doesn't know how I answered. I told them my wife is white.
In that video, Senso mentioned his wife Rocio, saying that she's white. There is a lot to unpack there. Who in this world comes on internet and brings rest thing about the wife? You know, when you people decided to be one thing, you are not supposed to speak now about the skin color. Leaving that aside, Senso is saying that he blames the internet for his marriage and relationship ending.
My family is broken because of the internet also. Because people come with different opinions. I think a relationship, I think this, it doesn't stand. It doesn't stand. I just don't know how to describe the situation of my relationship because there's nothing bad that happened.
Let us be realistic for once and let us call a spade to be a spade. And let us say things the way they are. Senso and Rocio, both of them, they are content creators. They are public figures. They post everything about their life in the internet. Everybody who has been following these two individuals, they know their history about these two people. And you come here on the internet telling people that the internet was the one that led to the ending of this relationship. The same internet that led to you meeting up. You are both YouTubers. So how did the internet cause that? Senso, come on camera. tell your subscribers, tell your audience how the internet led to your separation. To me, when I heard about what Senso is speaking, I started thinking, what are you talking about? Then I said, Senso, you and this lady came all the way from Argentina. You are supposed to appreciate and learn her culture, and she is also supposed to learn your culture. So, for somebody who has traveled that much, and you said that in Lin Ngugi's video, you told Lin Ngugi, you have traveled so many countries, even you cannot remember. You even once mentioned in a video that have traveled this number of countries without counting a repeat of that country.
Yes.
So, I've traveled close to 74 countries.
Come on.
Yes. That is without repetition.
Yes.
But if you repeat.
So that tells us something. For somebody who has traveled, you haven't learned that if you take a Western woman, you need to take time to introduce her to your culture while also accepting that individual's culture. To Rocio, credit to you. She really tried. She even took you to her parents' house. Imagine, Rocio traveled with Senso all the way from Argentina, passing through many countries into Africa, East Africa, Kenya, Nyabuhanse village, into the villa. Then she came to live with you. Was it so hard to make her your wife officially? Because that is what she wanted. We have seen that in different videos, in different occasions where Rocio herself, she was really pressurizing this, but Senso had a very firm stand. Nothing like ring, nothing like marriage. And this reminds me about marriages in Africa, in the village, especially in Korean community. We do what we call come we stay marriage, and this is how it happens. Maxwell Lumumba meets a lady. I like that lady. I bring her to my house. Then she comes there and we start life. We start calling each other husband and wife without official process taking place. We stay together. We actually do what it entails. We get children and life proceed. The children call us father and husband, actually father and mother, without the due process. That is what Senso himself wants to bring. That, I don't want to call it primitivity of what is happening in the locality to maybe somebody from the Western, because no Western woman will just come and accept being called my wife, my wife, my wife, with nothing to back it up. How will she explain that to the parents and family? Where is the ceremony? Because at the end of the day, she was expecting a ceremony. If it is not a wedding ceremony, maybe it could be a other legal process, because in Kenya, living alone, one of the major ways that people know that through wedding, that means you have been confirmed that you and the wife, you will be husband, actually you and your spouse, you and your partner, you'll be husband and wife. They are also have a channel that you can make your marriage legal, without maybe doing this wedding thing. Because like me, I find it very exhausting to do a marriage ceremony. I find it very exhaustive. Why can't I go to maybe the legal pathway, that I just go to a government office and tell them that me and this individual, we have decided to tie knot so that we become officially married. That was what Senso could have done. And this reminds me about Dimwango. Dimwango brought the Muzungu Pero to the village, and there is no dowry. in Korean tradition, even before you stay with somebody's daughter, you are supposed to pay dowry. Dowry comes first, then you people will be allowed to live with somebody's daughter as husband and wife. So when Mawango came from Poland with Pero, they came to the village. We were just hearing like dowry, I don't know, official ceremony, traditional ceremony. We want to prepare these. Nothing has been done, and this makes no sense. And a lot of subscribers are asking this to Dimwango. Yeah, you came to the internet and claim that you are pregnant. Where is Dimwango's belly? I know a lot of people will be contradicting these and telling me, Max, you just wait. The belly maybe starts protruding, yeah, at this age, at this way, yeah. You know, a lot of things will be said. And Dimwango herself said that she's pregnant, but the entire internet knows that that was fake. I came on camera and said, Dimwango she's saying that she's pregnant. Maybe that is pseudo pregnancy. Pseudo pregnancy means that that is a fake pregnancy. So how will she explain not having a belly and not being seen with a child when time passes by? And I already know, I think Dimwango will fake it and say that she had a miscarriage, and that is the expectation, and that is what we are expecting. I'm telling you this from now, but let us just continue watching the drama. The drama has to go on, irregardless of what is being said. Drama pays, drama continua. That is what Dimwango will come on camera and tell people that, yes, I was pregnant. You see, have been sleeping in this house even before it has been constructed. That maybe gave me stress, or I just knocked myself when I was trying to fetch water from the river, or when I was trying to do this about this building. Then I ended up miscarrying. And that is what people are now, actually they are expecting. Let drama proceed being drama. Let us go back to our topic of discussion. Censor is blaming the internet and giving out some strange example. The main reason why Rocio left. Even me, Maxwell Lumumba Africa, I had covered that. I came on camera, and one of my popular videos that has maybe like 22,000 subscribers, views, I came on camera and said, this is why Rocio left, and that's the reality. Go watch that video. I came and gave us a lot of explanation why did Rocio leave. Censor, you watch reactors, and this is why most women you get in future. There is an expectation that we want you to do. If you don't change, you need to give them what they want. If they come and say the only thing here is about making it legally, yeah, in that interview, Lynn started showing pictures of Censor and Rocio. Censor, you made Rocio leave, and that's the reality. Even though Lynn Ngugi never wanted to say it, Censor is the one who made Rocio leave. No ring. Censor never put a ring in Rocio's finger. She was not officially confirmed that they are married. No friends. She was not even allowed to make friends, yeah? No social life. You could not see Rocio maybe going to the market alone, doing shopping, doing this alone, maybe with a company of maybe one friend, or taking the rider that she thinks she can go and do that. This reminds me, when Rocio left the villa, She said, hallelujah. She went to do shopping and she said, this was the chance that I was missing when I was in that villa. I was not even given enough time to go do shopping for myself. She was like, she has now been relieved, yeah? And that explained a lot of things. She never had that freedom to do what she was supposed to do. For a person who has traveled, you are gifted a washing machine, refrigerator, and yet you don't use them. People on the internet are also telling you that you need to put a rail on the staircase, but you don't listen. Instead of doing these things to make the home comfortable, you go and buy horses. This obsession you have with horses, and now you are here blaming the internet. And let me say this. Look what Senso was telling us about the horses. He said, I traveled, I made a lot of visits to these African farms, in Kenyan's farm. Not even one individual wanted to sell me the horse.
Actually, our goal, most of my things are inspired by rejection. Most of my things.
This tells us something, that you went there with a lot of over expectation that you want a horse, and when somebody listened to you, how you want to make these horse, how do you want to make use of these horse, people now start like asking, you want to go and make these horse, or make these horse when it comes to welfare and the quality of the animals, yeah, to be very, very severe, yeah. When you come to me, explain to me that you need a horse, and these are the plans that I'm having of these horse. There are those questions that I can ask you, okay, you want this horse, how will you raise them? And that area has now maybe pasture. Then you start telling me, I'm going just to make them, they'll be scavenging there outside, eat everything, fruits, anything that they'll be collecting in that compound, that will be their meal. Obviously, I'll reject that. Then you go and tell me that I don't want to make them, to actually make a stable for them. They'll be living a normal life already. I'll reject that plea. And that is why a lot of these breeders in Kenya, they rejected, because Senso went with the expectation and intention, telling somebody that I want to make this horse this way, yeah? Even to some extent, some people fear competition. You see, when you just come to me and tell me that I want to do this to the horses, I want to make them, maybe when the visitors will come, they walk all the way from Nyabuhanse to Masai Mara, for me, I'll see like, this is against animal welfare. Why should I sell to you these horse, then make them struggle? Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, I'll be blamed because I sold to you these horse and now they're struggling. So this made sense to go all the way and negotiate with other individuals who will help him negotiate in South Africa and get horses from South Africa. And that is what happened. So, Senso, look in the mirror, point the finger to the mirror. It's you who made Rocio leave, but do the right thing. Maintain the relationship with your son, because on the internet street, people are saying that you are not taking care of Maisha. You have never come on camera, and since Maisha and Rocio left and said, you have never said, hey, I have sent money to Rocio and baby Maisha. I have never seen Rocio coming on camera or internet and say she has received anything from you. We know you. You are a public figure. Everything that you do, you post on the internet. The last time you promised the subscribers that in April you are going to take care of baby Maisha. After that, you have gone muted. Nothing. Not talking, not telling people how the things are going. The last time we saw you telling people that these gifts that are meant for Moses, they were meant for your son. How does people see these? How you're trying to say that these, if Maisha was in these premise, these all gifts could have actually, it was his, yeah? Let us be realistic. Let us be and say what we need to say, yeah? Let us not put expectation because somebody is getting favors. You are now bringing your son to that. So do you want subscribers to start sending these gifts to Argentina? So Marwa, there is nothing private about your life. Even in that video with Lynn Ngogi, he was saying that the next lady he finds, he will not try to make his life so public.
Oh, I think a relationship, I think this, it doesn't stand. It doesn't stand. So I was even thinking that in my next relationship, I'll try my level best to make sure it's not on the internet.
It's
but,
private.
Yes, but the problem is I'm an internet guy also. Like that is how I make my living. So I have to find out.
But this tells us that a lot of things about the same thing, yeah? Not making, sorry for that, there is a call here. Marwa said he'll try not to make his life so public, but he has to find a balance because he is an internet personality and depends on internet for survival, which is true because he said that how will he find that balance? It will be very interesting to see. Censor also say that if government officials come there and ask him why he's doing certain things, he even admitted when the officials from Nairobi came to check the horses, he said because his wife is white and they will just keep quiet. That means the authorities, officials who came from Nairobi, he told them that my wife is white and they remained quiet. So it is also very surprising that he said he does not want people on internet to bash Rocio, the so-called, in quotes, positive reactors. Has Marwa ever come, called them out? They spend day and night saying the worst things about Rocio. How Rocio, she is ungrateful. Rocio is this, Rocio is that. She is back to the junkyard. Rocio is evil, and so on. Not even one single day a censor come on camera and told the positive reactors to stop. That tells us something. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of things to be said about that conversation, but I choose to end this conversation at this point because I have to do other things, but if time allows, I'll come revisit that interview with Lynn Ngogi, then break it down. I wished one day I could be having a podcast, explaining everything from the beginning up to the end with a podcast, because you just play a clip, then you analyze everything systematically. No hurry. It will be very good, but for now, because sometimes we get tired maybe to attach some receipts, but there is a lot of things has to be said in these Lynn Ngogi and Censor's interview, because things are not adding up. What we are seeing on camera, that is not the reality of the situation. You never told Lynn Ngogi that this is what happened. Rocio tried to run to Nairobi. I had to call her back. I used to bash him or to bash her a lot of times. We were not in good terms, but now you are presenting yourself that she left, and you have expectation that one day, one time, Rocio will be back in the villa. Ladies and gentlemen, let us end that conversation from that point, because I can hear some students making noise because we live in a plot that there is school in front. That is why I decided let me build what I can call my home, then do my videos from that place. Having said that, good day for now. Stay blessed. Good Wednesday. Let us catch up in the next conversation. Goodbye for now. Let us continue speaking. Goodbye.